So I'm back with my lovely wife with another Married to an Entrepreneur. And we're going to talk about something I think is going to benefit everybody watching this today. So we decided to talk about how we create time for ourselves as a married couple, even while running multiple businesses, and also how we use our kids to be able to keep more money in the house, right? So how can we use our kids effectively to help them make some money, keep the money in the house, and also help us to be able to create time for ourselves? Number one, we use our kids to be able to create time for ourselves. So how do we do that? So we like to go out.
That's the main. Let's start there. As a married couple, and any couple, you need time for yourself. No matter if it's an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you have to make time for yourself.
And she wants to spend all her time with me, by the way.
As a matter of fact, that is about that time, right? So what we try to do, well, before the pandemic, we used to try to go out at least twice a month. Just Jamel and I. The kids were a little smaller, so we would always try to find a babysitter or have my mom come or my sister and stay with the kids. But now the kids are getting older. We have a 16-year-old that we'll talk about a little later. But the whole point is, as married couples, you have to have time for yourself. It's a lot that goes on being, married, having businesses, doing just things in life in general. But I think it's very important that you take time out for one another to help continue on with
so let's pause right there. So I did a video a little while back. It was called Work-Life Balance, right? So a lot of people, especially me, and you could attest to this, those first few years I was starting to build these businesses, I really didn't have time to do anything else, right? It's important. I found out later that it's important to really create that time for your family. You got to have that time for your family, because if not, that could, you might be effective in one area, but then less effective in the other. I live by 4 pillars. I talked about that in the work-life balance video. You got your spiritual health, you got your physical health, you got your family health, and then you got your financial health. In that order, right? Spiritual, physical, family, financial, right? Financial, by you building your business, essentially what you're doing is you're putting everything else to the side, but you got to have some type of balance. Some people say that there is no such thing as balance when it comes to succeeding in business. I don't believe that. I think you can have balance as you build your business. There's a time and a place for everything, though. You got to be able to put more effort when you're focusing on your business. You got to be able to put that dedicated time into your business. When you focus on your family, you got to put that dedicated time to your family, so on and so forth, right? So when it comes to my wife, we create that time for ourselves. The only way that you're going to be able to...
You guys?
So
always
we got
working.
A 2-year-old, always working. Look, back up. She might as well be in the video. So what we do is we create... This is Avery. Yeah, this is our youngest daughter.
Say hi. This is my mini me. Say hi.
So we create the time because, like I said, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, right? The only way that you're going to be able to make that time is to create the time. So I can't make an excuse to say I don't have the time to spend time with my wife, or to spend time with my family, or I don't have the time to start my business. I don't have the time to work on my business. I don't have the time. No, we all have the time. We make the time, and we allocate certain time frames to do what we need to take care of. So for example, I work out, 5-6 days a week. In the morning, I make that time happen. That's my time to work out. So nothing else is on the plate, right? So I take care of my spiritual health and my physical health in the morning. My financial and family health, I take care of in the afternoon and the evening. I made that time. That's my schedule, right? So what we're talking about is making time for each other, right? So we have a 16-year-old, a 12-year-old. We have a she's going to be 8 in a couple of days, an 8-year-old, and then we have Avery. She's 2. We're using our 16-year-old and our 12-year-old in order to be able to create time for ourselves. And it's a win-win situation because they want to
earn money.
They want to earn some money. They want to make some money, but we didn't want to go out and hire a babysitter. So what do?
Well, being now, like I stated earlier, Alyssa was younger, but now she's 16, 16 and a half. We feel that she's responsible enough to stay and watch her younger sisters. And we have a 12-year-old, and she's pretty mature to be 12. So we feel comfortable with leaving the 2 big ones. Of course, with my, what do you call?
What?
I can't think of the word, but my training, of course, because I train them. So they actually know what they're supposed to do for their younger sisters, eating, the changing, anything that needs to take place for the younger ones. Of course, the older ones already know what they have to do. But they were constantly, especially the older, the 12-year-old too, she is daddy all the way. She's ready to make money any way possible. So we were just trying to figure out, okay, they really want to make money. We don't want to just keep giving them money. What I appreciate about my children too is that they actually want to earn it. My oldest said, I feel like my time is being wasted because even babysitting, she feels like she's not doing anything of, to receive money, but she really is. She's helping us out. But she wants to actually do something that's gonna I keep forgetting.
Be effective for her time.
Right, exactly. So we figured, hey, well, we want to spend time together. We no longer can do the whole pandemic. Actually, helped us create this type of
environment.
Yeah, within our family because we couldn't hire anyone to come to the house and watch the kids. And again, they're getting older, they're getting more mature. So we was like, hey, why don't we do this? And we paying her what?
$12.50 an hour.
$12.50 an hour.
Starting off, 16 years old. How many 16-year-olds want to make $12.50 an hour? Right? Just think about that. So we pay her $12.50. And I'm gonna jump into how you can save money on taxes with that in just a minute. Keep watching this video. But what we do is we pay her $12.50 an hour, and we pay our 12-year-old $10 an hour to be an assistant to the 16-year-old. So Alyssa, you guys know Alyssa. I've done multiple videos with my daughter, teaching her the real estate business. My 12-year-old daughter, I teach her stuff behind the scenes. Like Ariel says, she's a hustler within herself. She definitely wants to be like me because I'm a hustler. And Alyssa, although she's learning real estate, she's doing her own thing. She wants to earn even more money, right? And Alyssa is really not doing anything with the money. She spends 10% of her money and she saves 90% of it. She's just accumulating the money to be able to invest and to be able to do what she wants to do, to have a level of comfortability in the future, right? So that's something that she actually, I've instilled it into them to be saving money to invest, but she's really taken on that mindset and running with it, right? Jada, on the other hand, which is our 12-year-old, she's more like me. She's an entrepreneur, but she wants to get the money to be able to buy stuff. And I'm trying to get her out of that mindset.
Yeah.
But the whole point is we create time for ourselves. So we've been going out It's
once a month.
It's once a month right now, but we spend this time specifically with ourselves. And, we make sure that the kids are taken care of. So we don't take an entire day.
No.
We do what
4 to 5 hours locally.
4 to 6 hours locally, right? So you figure 4 to 6 hours locally. We might go out to the movies. We might go out to dinner. My wife loves Ruth Chris, So we might go to a bar or something like that. The whole point is we spend time. We make time to spend quality time with each other as a couple, and then we take the kids out at least once a week.
Oh yeah,
once a week. So we make that family time with each other as well. but we pay our kids. So our tab for them is $22.50 an hour for the time. So I'm usually spending about $100 per month with them. They get paid. They get to save more money on top of other things that they're doing. Little side hustles that I've been showing them. Real estate with Alyssa and things like that. But then another thing that we have in mind, did you want to add anything to that?
Well, that's also a tax write-off.
Yeah,
right.
So that's a tax write-off for us because we're paying a babysitter. Mm-hmm. But what I found out recently, and I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on this, but I've known about it for a little while, but I'm definitely not an expert, but I could give you the free game on how it actually works. When you own a business and you hire your kids into the business, doesn't matter the age. I think they got to be, we could hire our 8-year-old right now, right? When you hire your kids into the business, you can write off up to $12,000 as of this year. You can write off $12,550 for each kid, right? So you can write off that entire $12,550, and then they don't have to pay taxes on it. So the kids don't have to pay taxes. I'm giving my kids money anyway. I might as well pay them to work within my business. Now, it has to be physical work in the business. It can't be babysitting, right? It has to be like doing paperwork, stuff like that. So we're considering hiring our oldest daughter, who's already trying to do real estate with me anyway. You guys have seen her close the deal. You see her driving for dollars. I'm considering hiring her to do maybe take some phone calls, maybe run comparable sales. I have an education business. Maybe hire her to learn customer support.
And
right?
She's right now in process of getting her license. So once she has her license, then we'll have her driving for dollars.
Exactly.
Taking pictures.
Things like taking pictures of properties, driving for dollars. But I can pay her up to $12,550 per year, tax free. I can write off the entire thing, keep the money in my house, and then she can receive that capital without having to pay taxes on that money. We're not tax experts, but you should definitely look into that to keep more money in your house if your business is generating that type of revenue. I think that's definitely going to benefit you guys long term to be able to keep more money, again, in-house, pay your kids, and on top of that, you get to write off more money on your taxes. So the key point there is minimizing how much you're paying out to Uncle Sam. You're going to pay Uncle Sam, you might as well pay your kids. You might as well keep that money in your house, right? And be able to benefit from it in some other way. But I think that kind of covers everything that we wanted to talk about. Anything I'm missing?
No, that was it. I mean, my main thing was, like I stated, spending the time, the quality time together. And if you're able to do that and pay your kids and keep it in the house and it's tax-free, it's a win-win.
Win-win situation, right? So again, we get to spend time with each other. We use our kids. They want to earn money. So we created opportunities to where they can earn money, right? And we keep it all in-house. Now we're considering taking it to another level and hiring our kids to work specifically in the businesses. Really make it a family business. People say family business all the time. This is how you do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We even have Avery in it. Watching her. She's watching YouTube on YouTube, right? This is Married to an Entrepreneur, episode number 5. We're looking forward to doing a lot more of these. Just to share some behind the scenes stuff from our perspective on how things really operate behind the scenes in our businesses and family and how we work together in order to make things happen. But hope you guys benefited from it again. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell. See you on the next one. Peace.